as we can see, they're still exploring the litter box, not quite sure what to make of it, but they're getting the idea. We like litter box training because it sets them up from an early age to kind of start grasping the concept that there's a right and a wrong place to go. It gives us a little bit of a crutch when the weather's bad or it's too hot outside or when they're still just too little to be going outside. And I think it helps even later on transitioning them to going outside. So it's always a work in progress, but I think it ends up being successful at the end. But you see now, like everybody's just kind of floundering around and doesn't know what to do. My intention here was to pick everybody up and show you. This is Rudy. I was going to do close-ups on everybody, but in a minute, Indy is going to come in and interrupt me. So I made it through Rudy, and this is now going to be Roberta. I wanted to do close-ups of everyone, but it just didn't work out the way I hoped. So that's Roberta. Next is going to be Rudy, and here comes Indy. Oh, am I going to pick up Ruby? Let's see, yep, here's Ruby. And now Indy is going to steal the... Okay, I'm second fiddle. So once Indy comes, it's all over. Small potatoes. Oh, Indy, you just stole my puppy. As you can see, we finally broke down and set up the exercise pen because we were starting to have jailbreaks. So much for the whelping box. They've graduated past that now. Growling. What are you growling at, huh? I see you. I see you. Yeah. All right, everybody, I think we're done going to the potty. Let's come out. Come on, come out. I changed the bedding on the floor today, and maybe that's why they're not walking on it. Who knows? Come on, chickens. I put all new toys in too, so maybe that's cause for concern. Come on. Ooh, yes. Venture forth. Come on. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Say the litter box we know. These new towels we don't know. Puppies, come. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, scaredies. All right, well, this just isn't the kind of video I thought I was going to get. I figured we were going to be all excited. Oh well, it takes time. It's a process. This is night number 1. I just started feeding them food. This is their first experience with new food. And as you see, now I missed the first, 30 seconds as I was getting them situated. But this is part of why I stand by feeding puppies raw food. This is raw meat that we make here ourselves, and some raw goat's milk from our dairy herd. And as you see, I mean, it doesn't take any prompting. Like, they fully know what to do. I mean, this is meal number 1, and they're leaning into it full force. I mean, as chunky as these little guys are from now, oh my gosh, they're going to balloon. You're not going to believe it in a week. I've fed in the past kibble mash. And again, I mean, everybody does things different ways, and I'm totally cool with that. But in the beginning, we used to feed puppies mash made out of kibble, like a lot of breeders. But switching them to the raw has just been, I mean, it just grows them big and fat and happy and healthy. And they, usually you put the kibble down in the beginning and they don't quite know what to do with it. They gotta push it around, roll in it, sleep in it, make a mess of it. This, obviously, I mean, they fully know what to do. This is food and they know it. So just that, for us it works. It's been a good thing. We actually stumbled upon it because years ago we had a dam that was coming in and regurgitating her raw food for the puppies. And at the time, I was concerned about mixing raw and kibble. There are some people that say that's not a good idea. So we hadn't quite made up our minds. In the last few years, I've mixed them for my adult dogs without any trouble. I don't seem to have any problem, feeding the dogs a little bit of kibble sometimes with raw. It doesn't seem to be an issue. But in the beginning, before we'd kind of arrived at that, I was apprehensive about mixing the two. So I didn't like the fact that Shelby was coming in and feeding the puppies her raw food right after I'd fed them kibble mash. So that was the first litter that we finally decided to pull the kibble and just lean into feeding the puppies raw food. We felt like, hey, if she's bringing it here and feeding it to them, we'll just kind of defer to her better judgment. And oh gosh, those puppies grew like weeds. Up until that point, I mean, those puppies ended up being the fattest litter we'd ever had. They just, they ate and grew with a vengeance. So we never looked back. We've been doing it all along since. And as you see, this is meal number 1, and they are chowing down. So, I could sit and watch them eat all day. It's messy, but it's very, it's nice to watch. It's nice to see them eat so well. So I promise I'm going to get these videos up online. I'm working on it. Oh, look, and we're also doing letterbox training. It's been, I don't know. It's been, almost a week now I've had the box in here. They're getting it. They're learning. It's definitely, got some poops and peas in it. You see, people are getting the concept already. So that's a good thing. In another couple of weeks, it'll be, near 100% when they leave. Everybody's going to be using the box reliably. So everything's moving in the right direction. All right, over and out. Enjoy watching your puppies. Everybody just finished eating and getting ready to pick up their food. They're kind of lazy, milling around after a meal. I was hoping to get some people playing, but everybody just seems to be. Say, are you lazy? Are you feeling lazy? Say, what are you doing? As you notice, the pen gets messier and messier. It's not easy keeping it clean now because they make 10 messes a day. Up, tail wagging. All right, I'm going to try this one more time to point out individual puppies to you. All right, this is Ursula. And Ingrid is right next to her. You're going to see her in a second. Ursula and Ingrid don't have the little ruffs around their neck, the little white ring. They both are dark on the back. So Ursula on the left and Ingrid on the right. Now here comes Raina. You're going to see her face in a minute. She's on the left. See, she has the ring around her neck. Little ways you can start to tell them apart. It'll get easier every day. Now we have Ruby coming in. Ruby's always easy to pick out. Now there's Roberta, and behind her, sleeping in the back, is Rudy. That's the end of week 4, and I'll see you next week.